Good evening, everyone. This is Alex Hamilton for Jacsports Podcast Show. It is May the 7th, 2017 on a Sunday. It's been a while, but it's been a week since the NFL draft. I'm here by always Alex Andrews. Alex, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How you?
Good. So, it's been a while since we did a podcast, but we got a lot to talk about. I mean, the draft, of course, which I thought was a hit for the Bengals. Many other teams. I mean, the Mitch Trubisky thing. I know you, Alex, love that.
Yeah, that was stupid.
But also, Reds right now, 17-14, sole first place. Cherish that while it lasts, my friends.
Won't last long.
Cherish it while it will last. Also, a little bit of NHL playoffs a bit. My Predators are doing pretty good.
Okay.
Don't think I'm bandwagon. Also, a little bit about the NBA playoffs. Cavaliers sweep the Raptors. They sweep the Pacers. Depression City at its finest.
Yep.
Stay tuned for more. So, Alex, how do you feel the draft, even when the Bengals got an A- rating from NFL.com, which I think is really well?
Yeah, it's about what there should be. So you have some questions about John Ross, number 9. I'm skeptical on the pick. I mean, could be good, could be a bust. You never know. And that's with any pick. I think it was a solid pick, though, overall. And obviously there's a lot of controversy about the second-round pick, Joe Mixon. I don't know if we'll get into all that or not. I also feel like the Bengals got some good third- and fourth-round draft talent. Jordan Willis from Kansas State and Carl Lawson from Auburn. I feel like those are both really solid picks to beef up line and have a good pass rush for the future. What do you think about those two picks?
Jordan Willis, you said?
Yeah.
12 Defensive Player of the Year. He's got great ability on the line. He can also be an outside linebacker, but the Bengals play a 4-3 defense, so they really don't like to rush the linebacker a lot.
Yeah.
Which I don't like, but both those guys can play.
Yeah.
Can play either outside linebacker or defensive end, but they're more going to be defensive end because they like to rush more than anything.
Yeah, they're both pretty quick, too.
I mean, I even saw Carl Lawson was the 4th or 5th best defensive end in the draft, and the defensive line was the deepest class I've seen in forever.
Yeah, it was very
I mean, you got Myles Garrett, Solomon Thomas, Reuben Foster.
Well, he's a linebacker.
But
yeah, he's
even
he's
defensive players, it was so good.
Malik McDowell.
It was so good. Lake McDowell, Jonathan Allen.
Yeah, there's a ton of good players. The Saints got a steal. Who picked them?
Redskins. He's got a
Reds.
steal, but who has arthritis in their shoulders at 21?
Yeah,
That's
true.
weird. That is weird, but that was a steal. That's why I was surprised about the Bengals didn't get him.
I would have loved that pick.
I would have loved that pick, too.
But we did get good edge rushers, 3rd and 4th round.
Yeah, do you, with Michael Johnson being signed for, 2 or 3 years, do you think that Jordan Willis will replace him?
Yeah, I think Carl Lawson. Either one of them could. I think Carl Lawson has more potential, to be completely honest.
Didn't we also get a defensive tackle, too?
Glasgow, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his last name correctly, but he's a DT from Michigan. He had 9.5 tackles for loss last season. I feel like he's going to be a solid addition up there, along with Andrew Billings in the last year's draft.
Oh, mama. Das ist good. I mean, with Andrew Billings back and healthy, didn't he have a tore his ACL?
I believe so, yeah.
Or tore something around his leg in that, which is still pretty major in my opinion. I mean, it's hard to get off. Remember when Geno Atkins yelled 3 or 4 years ago? Major that was, really.
Yep.
And then he came off. He had a terrible season after that.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, he returned to his awesome style he usually is. But any draft picks that really you did not like with the Bengals?
I mean, we had, I think it was 12 picks this year, right? 12 picks?
11 or 12. I know we moved back.
We picked up an extra one from the Vikings.
Yep.
Obviously, as you get later into the rounds, you're not going to get as quality of talent. But, I mean, there's not any like him. I mean, there's not...
The the one, what's it called? The tight end that they picked from Buffalo, I don't really think he'll make the team.
Oh, no, probably not. But, I mean, it was a 7th-round pick.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like those are just the wasteful rounds.
Yeah, I mean, obviously sometimes you get steals out of those, but it's rare. It's
Very
not.
rare. Mr. Irrelevant Chad Kelly was a little weird,
Yeah.
I thought. But what was the one thing that really, really made you mad in the draft?
The Bears are a bunch of idiots. Okay, I'm not a Bears fan. Obviously, I just don't know how stupid their front office has to be. They moved up from the number 3 spot to the number 2, and just to pick a quarterback, which in my opinion won't even be that good in the NFL. Maybe the next Jared Goff.
He made like 13 starts or 12 starts before he got picked second.
Yeah, like that's ridiculous. And I know me comparing him to Jared Goff is not fair because he only had 1 season. And
you think Jared Goff's gonna be that bad?
I don't think he'll be amazing. I don't think he'll be that good. No, I mean, no, I know he has a pretty crappy
offense.
Yeah, core around him, but like I just don't think Trubisky will be that good. And they gave up 3 picks, 3rd round and 4th round for this year, and a 3rd round for next year. 3 solid players that could end up being starters. And for a team like the Bears, where you need every position pretty much, there's no positions where you say, "Oh, we're fine here." Really, that's just stupid. That you move up 1 spot for a back to regardless, because the 49ers were not going to take him. They were going to take Solomon Thomas either way, unless it was stupid.
The one prediction I really think they had to have is either that the 49ers were going to take Mitch Trubisky, and they want him that bad, or they were just stupid.
Yeah. They gave up 3 really good picks. Really, especially in this draft. This draft is stacked. There was 3rd and 4th round that you can make an argument for some of those players to go 1st and 2nd round. And you're going to give up 3 of those picks to move up 1 spot to make a quarterback, which maybe he will be good. I can't tell his future. I can't. Maybe Myles Garrett will be a bust. Nobody knows. But
that would be funny.
It's just crazy to me. No team would have traded up, I don't think, to pick Trubisky, number 2. And I guess maybe the Bears felt a need to do it since they really liked him, and they thought that maybe some other team would do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It wasn't worth the value they gave up. The 49ers robbed them, and they got a better player out of it than Solomon Thomas.
Solomon Thomas and Reuben Foster in the 1st round. So,
that up with DeForest Buckner they got last year. They're going to be a young, solid defense.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully no one kneels for the national anthem.
Yeah, get some more controversy in there. That's what
you need. But the one thing that pissed me off the most out of the whole draft was ESPN. I mean, you saw that they fired all the good people. I mean, they fired a lot of good people.
They fired tons of good people.
Either you have to be black, a woman, or you have to be a minority to be on ESPN now. I mean, I'm sorry to say that if anyone is offended by this, but it pisses me off.
Yep.
ESPN, instead of showing highlights of how good they are in college and that, like Joe Mixon.
Mixon, yeah.
Not Mexican. Joe Mixon. Instead of showing his highlights, the first thing they show is
him punching a woman.
Like,
I understand it was an awful thing for him to do, and nobody said.
I mean, I even saw him in Bengals interviews and that, and I saw Joe Mixon, a guy who wants a second chance, and instead people keep bringing up the past. This guy, in my opinion, I mean, he cannot say it because people will be outraged by it. I think all he wants, hey, I made a mistake and I want a second chance.
Yeah.
And I think he really just wants to say, I want my off-field issues to be away from this on-field game.
Yeah.
And let me play football. I mean,
that's what he deserves. I mean, I know he did something awful, but like, he shouldn't have his whole career this ruined because of that one thing. I mean, obviously nobody's condoning him punching.
Even I
don't
condone him punching a female.
Yeah, obviously
but he made a mistake, and I can really tell he feels sorry for it.
Yeah.
I could really tell he feels sorry for it. And the other thing is didn't Dede Westbrook have some off-field issues too?
I think he did. I didn't really. It's not nearly as big, but
ESPN was nagging about it. But the other thing was I watched after the draft to watch the Mr. Irrelevant and all that. And, of course, after Chad Kelly got drafted, guess what they showed? His off-field issues.
Yep.
And as soon as SportsCenter came on, guess what they showed? Bengals off-field issues.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm like, what does ESPN want us to do? Want the Bengals to do? Put a jail cell in the locker room or something?
That's what the media is these days. They only cover the negative stuff. They don't cover the positive stories about what players do for their communities and stuff, and donate to the charity funds and stuff. But they can cover everything that happens to be on the negative side. You know, domestic abuse and all that kind of stuff. It's a joke. I mean, I understand you're a news outlet. You gotta cover your stuff.
But all you're covering is I'm gonna get liberal media.
That's true.
I'm not getting political here, but it's just cover sports.
Yeah.
I mean, Snapchat has like ESPN and all that on it.
Yeah.
ESPN. One day I was looking through it. I always do look through sports and that. The first thing I saw was how Jimmy Butler, Dwayne Wade, and Chance the Rapper are changing Chicago's community.
Yeah.
I'm like, just back up. Talk about sports.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
I mean, at least that's a positive thing.
It's a positive thing, but at the same time, it's like when Donald Trump wanted Patriots to come over, all they were talking about is who's not going to New England, who's not going to the White House.
Yeah. So they have their own choice, doesn't matter. I mean,
that's what really pissed me off is first clip they show instead of college highlights is him beating on a woman.
Yeah. It's like, let it go. But
let it go.
In terms of his on-the-field performance, I think he'll be really good.
I do. I mean, it's going to be a competition between him and Jeremy Hill. I mean, it's Jeremy Hill's last year, isn't it? Yeah, last year in the contract.
I kind of hope so. To be honest, at this point, I mean, granted, he needs an offensive line, which is the
fourth year with the Bengals, and I really think either have a great season. I mean, even Pro Bowl caliber season, or he's out.
Yep. I mean, he does have a pretty crappy offensive line, but
we also got a set.
Yeah.
Guy who can play a lot of Utah offensive line people.
Bowles.
That dude's 25 years old.
Who, Gary Bowles?
The guy who got picked first round.
Oh, yeah.
He's a Mormon.
Yep.
How many watches he have?
And there was like 3 offensive linemen, or maybe 4 for Utah.
I think, yeah, like the whole offensive line. I'm like, good for them.
They got a tackle, went to the Chargers. They got a center, the Bengals.
But he can also play guard and he started 3 games at center. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And he could be a guard too. I mean, he's
so how'd you feel about the Bengals trading down? Do you think they should have taken Dalvin Cook, or do you like the Joe? I feel like I'm not sure who's going to be better, but Dalvin Cook would have sure made for a better publicity. Not publicity, but not starting a bunch of controversy. That's pretty obvious.
What did they get in addition?
They got a 4th-round pick, so it was good.
I cannot complain over that because I think that's a great pick. I mean, even though Dalvin Cook will be he fits the Vikings offense more than Joe Mixon would with the Vikings.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook is he can be a power back, but at the same time he's more of a speedy guy.
Yeah.
But Joe Mixon is, 5'10", 5'11", 240?
Yeah, he's built.
I mean, he's built like a wrestler. He's a big dude. So I think that was a great trade by the Bengals. Smart trade, too. I mean, Bengals got A- rating saying this is one of the best drafts in forever.
Yeah. I also feel like a really undervalued pick was Jake Elliott. I mean, if you have 12 picks, you can afford to take a kicker, obviously.
Jake, yeah, and he's
the best kicker in the draft.
He made, I think, 3 in a row first-team All-AAC for Memphis. I mean,
yeah.
And it's going to be a competition between him and Bullock, so it's going to be interesting to see.
Jake Elliott's going to win it.
I hope he does. I mean, remember that Houston Texans game he missed that field goal?
Yep. Oh, gosh.
Bengals.
Probably a good thing for their draft pick, but oh well.
So, to move on from the draft, let's talk about NBA playoffs.
Depression for the Pacers.
depression for our team, the Pacers. But what's one thing that's really standing out to you in the playoffs?
LeBron James is by far the best player in the NBA. Obviously, we knew that, and he's doing everything he can to make his statement as I'm the best player of all time. He's so dominant. Understand he needs to win some more titles, but
Absolutely.
Nobody in the East can touch him. I saw a thing. The Pacers lost 4 combined games, 15 points. The Raptors lost their 4 combined games by 61 points.
Jesus,
that's pretty
Murphy.
crazy. The Pacers are not that far off him competing. But granted, see what Paul George does. I mean, he might get traded in the offseason. He might just wait another year and then leave. Obviously, Larry Bird does step down as president.
Oh, that when I saw that, I was praying to the Lord.
It's like good and bad. He's still with the team though.
How is he still with the team?
He has an advisor role.
Well, screw his advisor role. Kick him off the island like Survivor.
Well, I think he has a good relationship with Paul George, so it's not a bad thing.
I thought Paul George didn't like him.
I think they like each other.
Oh, I did not know that. I told my dad that.
I don't think they're like, I don't know. They might just be like kind of like a look good for the media type thing, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if Paul George he's not going to make the All-NBA team. At least it doesn't look like it, which would make him eligible for the Supermax contract. He'd get paid like $200 million. He'd probably stay. Unfortunately, it does not look like he's going to get that.
He still has one more year with us.
Yeah, but I think this was the last. I think he had to get it this year. I'm not sure how it works. I'm pretty sure he had to get it this year.
But one thing that stood out to me is it's going to be a rematch from last year. Like
Cavs Warriors? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tired of seeing it.
Yep. I don't know who's going to... Obviously, the Cavs are, like, playing out of their minds right now. The Warriors they're 7-0 in the playoffs also, right? 7-0? They didn't lose to the Blazers at all.
Nope. I don't know.
They're playing... Obviously, they have more star power than Cleveland because adding Kevin Durant. But I still think Cleveland could win the series for sure. I mean, they won it last year. I know added Kevin Durant, but this Warriors team does not seem to be as good as last year's. It is, though, probably, when it comes down to it. But
I really think the Cavs are going to win it all again. I was just tired of hearing, are the Cavs that bad? Are the Cavs that bad?
It's like, it's the regular season. You think LeBron
just
cares
frig
about
off,
the regular
frig
season?
off.
Yeah.
And it's like, Jesus Murphy.
Yeah, LeBron does not really care about the regular season. He has made that known.
He's made that known by sitting out 80 games out of the year.
Yeah. I don't blame him for not caring. As long as he gets, if they'll end up playing Boston, Eastern Conference Finals, they'll probably sweep them. Maybe win in 5.
I say the Cavs win it in 6 games.
I'll say 5. I'll say Boston wins like 1.
I say 6.
Boston will win their first game. Cavs win the next 4, or maybe.
But they're really the only there's not really been a lot of entertaining series.
No, this has been a really crappy playoffs.
Except the Clippers and Jazz.
Jazz, that was pretty good. But still, there's a lot of injuries. Rudy Gobert got injured for a little bit, and Blake Griffin got out.
What's new?
Yeah, no kidding. Clippers haven't made 1 conference finals with that team. That's crazy.
I know, that team's supposed to be stacked.
Yeah, that's... On paper, that's a team that could win a title, but obviously...
But in real life, it's a team that's like the Bengals. Can't do anything. But, speaking of Cincinnati...
The Reds.
Great day to be and this one belongs to the Reds again.
Yeah.
17-14, place in first right now?
I believe so. The Cubs play tonight. Cubs lose tonight. They're in first place by themselves.
First place by themselves. That's good.
Obviously, it's May 7th, but...
It's May 7th, so enjoy it while it lasts. I said earlier.
It's not going to last, so...
I think they'll end the season 10 games under 500.
I could see them being like 81-81, honestly. Maybe 10 games under 500. I wouldn't be that mad about that.
No, but they're a young team, too.
Very young.
And from what I've seen, Zoe Mama.
Yeah.
They got a lot of potential. Amir Garrett threw a gem yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
And then Scott Philman pitched a shutout.
Yeah. So they got a lot of potential.
Got tons of potential. And
plus guys like Robert Stevenson, Sal Romano. We don't have Anthony
who's the other?
Stefani right now.
Rob Sant?
What?
Who's the big dude?
Sal Romano.
Yeah. big dude, and then Dave Sclafani probably is our number one starter.
When he gets healthy, he's
Once
up
he
there.
gets healthy, and then
Homer Bailey still, he's hurt. I can't believe we paid him that
if he
much,
throws
but-
one ball,
Yep.
his arm's completely torn off.
Yeah, we don't need to get into that because that's just. I think we talked about that before, but
Yeah. But
I'm really happy with what I'm seeing. They're obviously they had a stretch. I think they lost maybe 9 out of 10 or 9 out of 11 or something, and I'm like, all right, well, it was a.
Reds are taking their place back in last.
Yeah.
And then they've won 4 in a row.
Because Eric Thames is freaking a god, I guess. But Eric Thames, the Brewers guy.
Oh yeah, I think he does steroids.
I mean, I think he's already been tested, so I don't think so. I thought he did, but I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and blatantly accuse him. That dude is jacked, but
He is jacked.
yeah, but we've won 5 in a row now. We have a 2-game series with the Yankees at home. That'll be fun. The 8th tomorrow and Tuesday.
And are they off on Wednesday?
Off on Wednesday. That's why they sent Amir Garrett down. They wanted to get another pen guy.
Oh,
Because they don't need Garrett.
oh,
right
because
now.
the Yankees right now are on fire.
Yeah, we might lose both of those games, but we'll see.
I wouldn't complain. I mean,
I
the
wouldn't
Yankees
complain
are a good team.
Yeah.
But yeah,
A lot of young talent. Joey Votto's on fire right now.
he's 33, but still got 4 years left in him.
Yeah. Jose Peraza, he's on and off. I don't think he's had a great year, but Kozar's been doing good. Suarez is, oh my gosh. Suarez is really
He's on
good.
fire.
Yeah. I'm not sure
And
what they're going to...
He's fantastic. Right
Yeah.
now. He's fantastic.
I'm not sure how long we have on their contract, but...
Well, Suarez was just like this last year at the beginning of the season. Then he went down to like 230, 240.
Yeah, but we'll see what he can do. If he stays like this, though, if he stays solid, he probably gonna have to move over because
our number one prospect in our
Yeah.
farm system.
he's hot.
He's really good. I mean,
He's-
he's ranked he's ranked about 22 or 23 out of all the prospects in MLB coming up, and that's pretty special.
Yeah, he's gonna be good. He's gonna be a solid everyday third baseman.
Yeah, and then we also got a really, really good pitcher.
Oh,
Prospects? I don't know, but I saw that a couple weeks ago.
yeah, we got a lot of young prospects. A lot of solid talent in the farm system.
Absolutely, a great town on our farm system.
I think we have a good future. I hope so anyway.
We
I hope
do,
It's
we
not
do.
ruined.
Speaking of great future, how about them Nashville Predators?
I don't really know too much about them. Go ahead.
I don't know a lot about the NHL, but when I was 6 or 7 years old, I saw the arena in Nashville, and I said, you know what? I'm going to be a Nashville Predators fan.
I'm a Columbus Blue Jackets fan, unfortunately. I'm more depressed than getting swept first round.
You might think I'm a bandwagon fan, but you...
Okay. They're doing good.
Anything you have to say about the NHL playoffs, really? I mean, there's some listeners that like the NHL playoffs.
That Penguins Capitals series is pretty interesting. See if the Capitals.
Well, Capitals are like
in.
the Clippers and the Bengals.
That's true.
I mean, they're always doing good in the regular season, bang, 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 and then they win when they go in the playoffs. They're like,
GG.
good game, bye. And Alex Ovechkin, one of the greatest, probably one of the best players in our generation, sucks in the playoffs.
Yep. One more. I think they'll win tomorrow. Finish out that.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna win the cup, but
You think Stanley? They think Penguins will win it?
yeah.
I don't.
Who do you think? Predators.
No, I really think the Anaheim Ducks will. I think they're a good team. I mean, I don't know a lot, but they look like they're on fire.
I mean, I could see it, but I don't know.
Either them or the Edmonton Oilers
Whoever they're playing a series right now.
against Rangers, right?
No, the Oilers and Ducks are playing against each other right now.
Or is it Senators, I think.
Senators, yeah.
Senators beat the Rangers, right?
They're playing. They're up 3-2 on
Yes.
the Rangers.
Either them or the Ducks will win the cup, I really think.
Okay.
That's what I think.
We'll see.
Well, thanks for tuning in for this episode of Jacsports Podcast Show. I am your host, Alex Hamilton. I know it's been a while, but make sure to reach us on our website at www.jocksports.weebly.com, on Twitter at jocksports44. Have an awesome day.